Hello, welcome to Hey Team TV. If you haven't yet done so, please hit that subscribe, ring that bell for any further notifications of any other videos we put up. After all this wet weather that we've been having, I've got fed up with doing wet weather videos, so I thought I'd do another part of us harvesting and give everyone some hope that we may get to see some sunshine once again. Also, it helps having a yellow tractor, makes everything look a little bit brighter. So in 2019 was the first year we had the Fastracs to do harvest with. They went absolutely phenomenally. We also upgraded from dual McHale mowers and went to Krone triples. On the triples, we didn't go for a conditioner, we just went for 3 straights, which also, cheapened the price of not having the conditioner unit, and which helped us get up to the triples price-wise rather than staying at the doubles. Fastrac handles them absolutely lovely, especially on a little field like this. It's probably the flattest field we got on the farm, also probably one of the smallest. Everything that we're cutting is fairly undulating, nothing's overly flat. This is also quite a light crop. We found in heavy crops not having the conditioner is helped us rather than wrapping up the conditioner that we've had in the past. Not so much on the McHale, but on a pair of Lays we used to have. It's very important to have nourishment through the summer. As you can see, we had Dominoes delivered to us in the middle of the field, which was awesome of them. This is one of our 10-star Krone Tedders. We have learnt to love them. We had Lely Lotuses before, which we also love. The tine had a really good action, really good, really glad to see that Fent have brought them back out. But the Krones are built really, really strong. They handle very well. Even that they're built pretty heavy, they aren't too much hanging on the back, not so much on the Fastracs, but on the T6s that we run. One of our T6s is usually on a tedder most of the time. The other one is baling, so one's either tedding, bringing bales in, the other one's usually on a baler. Here is our Krone rake, not one of our happiest purchases, but something Adam and I will talk in another video. This is swathing up a nice hayfield, which we had quite a fair crop from. This is this is a 14-acre field that we cut, probably one of some of the largest. A lot of the fields that we cut aren't very big, unfortunately. We've got lots of fields that are like somewhere between 5 and 7 acres averaging. A couple bigger and then a few that are even smaller. This will give you some of the idea of some of the angles that we're used to baling. Not the friendliest of angles. I don't know if the camera really does justice to this. Obviously, if you can see, it was a lovely day whilst baling this area. Something that hopefully, fingers crossed, will come back and see us all soon. The Krone will probably not be with us this forthcoming harvest season. There'll be a surprise at some point in the next month or two, so that is something for you all to keep an eye out for when we post. What's that coming over the hill? Is it I'll let you fill in the rest. We all know what it is. Here's ads in a field which is pretty much mostly raked up, just a different view. Also give you some of the sights of our undulating hills of Devon. and it looks like a pretty good job being done. Think at some point we may invest in GPS, so we make the most of the width of the machines, because as you can see there, probably 1.5 foot of grass being lost, which is, you know, time being lost at the end of the day. As you can see, a lovely blue sky with a very, very, very thin bit of cloud around, and in my world that looks stunning. Of course, the T6175 is on the McHale round baler. My old man is got used to loving this tractor. He still would rather have a 6-cylinder and go to a T7, probably if he changes at some point. But at the moment, he is quite enjoying the manoeuvrability of the 6-cylinder. Here you can see him just release a bale and use a hedge as a catching point for it. But all in all, that baler is been amazing. We've had 2 of them now. We chop them in every 3 years, and it's been a bit of a game changer. As you can see, that is just under a 6-foot round bale coming out the back, which again, time saver. I can't go on about saving time enough. It's just efficiency at the end of the day. We're making basically double size round bales, so we only got half the amount of bales to clear. But the appetite of the McHale is, as far as we're concerned, second to none. We haven't had a baler that eats grass like it. We've had Class, we've had Welgers, as I've said in the video, which I did a bit like this before without the JCBs in it. Also, this is being recorded from in the Lodal, because we had the Lodal for the first time last year as well. Soon in a machinery tour, we'll explain why we changed to different machines and why we didn't stay with New Holland and Merlot completely. Also in the background you can see the other T6 all loaded up, ready to go, and another trailer which I'd be towing on the back of the telehandler as well. This just giving you a outside look of the New Holland and McHale baler. Here's a bit of footage of us all starting the day, first field. Adam's off with a rake, Father's heading off and about with round baler, and Charlie is bringing in bales and the spikes. So up to about 2 miles we will run spikes and have a continuous stream of bales moving all day. This is from an area where we've got to go through a little old sheep handling yard. The guy's got rid of his sheep, so it's all overgrown, but it seemed to be a little interesting yard to do a time lapse on. This is with the JCB work going and our little Merlot. Now this set of spikes on the front is a set that we had specially made for us. So it will handle 2 big 6-foot rounds. It will also handle 5 4-foot rounds. So we can be clearing up to 4 5-foots just on the front of the telehandler. If we put the lade on, we can get a 6th one on. This is our Murray 4 bale spike. It will carry 4 4-foots or it will carry 4 6-foots. We also have a double spike on the front. So if this is out, we can be carrying 6s. So in the sort of distance it will be running, there's usually 6 bales coming in every 5 to 7 minutes, depending on distance. and at the same time we can have another tractor with another 2 sets of doubles on, so we can be bringing in a lot of grass very quickly without having to be loading trailers all the time, and everyone is sort of self-sufficient on loading themselves. And obviously I'm just usually sat in the yard with telehandler, wrapping and stacking, which sometimes feels like it goes on forever, but I'd rather be doing that in sunny weather than what we've got at the moment. Now I should just let you enjoy the rest of the video. If you haven't yet done so, please hit that subscribe, ring that bell. You can also find us on Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter.